Welcome back to another hard antler hunting video. On this trip, I jumped back into the Aorangis. I have an itch that I need to scratch. I really want to pull a deer out of this forest park. It stumped me a few times. First I missed, and the other 2 times it was snowing and I didn't see anything. So I've dedicated 3 days to hunt this range, basically the full length of it, right from one end to the other, and really get on the glass and see what I can find. So come along, and I hope you enjoy this. So I've just set up camp up and behind me here. Come to a little bit of a vantage point here. I'm quite deep into the Tauranga River area, so I'm about halfway down. So hoping to get away from all the riffraff up the top end of the Ruacox. I'm going to wait out in the afternoon here. Set up the camp behind me and really keen for some really nice venison to take home. So I'm just going to get a couple of ranges on these faces just to make sure we can actually shoot that far. 600, 490, quite a bit of area I can't see from where I am, but what I'm going to do is run between 2 vantage points, probably 50 yards apart. So it's a pretty good spot, but I just need to be patient and just wait. Check out that area down there, guys. That area way off in the distance looks awesome, but this is where I'm going to glass tonight, all through here. So I've got my tent right up in here. The sun is hot. It is hot over here, man. So it's really nice to be out. Really, really nice to be out again. Yeah. It's the middle of the day, so I don't think I'll ever spot a deer like this, but what I'll do is I'll go down through into this next little grassy area and just check that we've checked some ranges and check out that back basin and behind me as well. So let's go and have a look at that one. Right, so I'm just in the second glassing vantage point. Camp's just down on that little knob right down there. So it's probably 200 yards. You can see along the gums up here, along the gum trees up here. I like that area. It looks good. Looks like a good area they'll feed out of. Up the top there, there's some gums. They'll feed out of there. Just picked up the first 2 deer of the trip. Got them in the spotter here now. 2 spikers and a hind. The spiker hasn't knocked his antlers yet, which is a bit odd. It's sort of like the 1st of October, I believe. Now the only problem is 2.1 k's away. They're a long way away, but it's really good to see. Really cool. Sweet guys, it's getting on 4:30 in the afternoon, so I've got a little bit of gear together. What I'm going to do is move sort of further around the valley and glass right into the headwaters a little bit further back. So let's get some gear together and go have a look. Surely we've got to pick something up in here. I keep going around a bit further, drop down in elevation a little bit. See if we can get onto a nice area that looks right up on those bush edges that look promising. So. Cool, just picked up a deer. Just making some dinner and finally picked one up. A little bit closer. Right out in the open. So she is 800 yards. She's a long way away still, but good to see. First deer of the evening, kind of in close and out in the open. And Picked up a couple of pigs off on that face up there. Moving around a bit. Yeah. Pretty cool to see. Yeah. Pretty much out of shootable light, and nothing came out in these close faces. I saw a lot at 850 yards plus, so gonna hightail it back down to camp, bunker down for the night, see you back down to camp. I saw 10 deer and 2 pigs, guys. So that's pretty good going. I actually just picked up a deer on my way back down the hill. She popped out at about 580 yards. Well, good morning. About 1 o'clock last night. So I did pick up a deer at 530 yards this morning, but it's just so windy that I decided not to shoot it. So yeah, just the one deer this morning. So deer do not like the wind. So it was pretty much moving back off into the bush right on first light. Weather's looking a little bit soupy this morning, so I just sent off a weather request on the inReach. See what the plan is, because it was meant to be pretty wind still nice today, but it's not that. It's not raining yet, but it's not too far off, I don't think, so we'll see how we go. But I think the plan today was, I was going to make a plan to push towards the deer on what I've nicknamed the Australia Plateau, because it's all gums and looks very much like hunting the Australian Mount Hood Highlands. But the wind's really bad for that. I'm actually going to go down further into the valley below me, and I need to try and get within 200 or 300 yards because of this wind. So I'm going to pack up the camp, head back down to the main river. Right, all packed up, ready to go. So I'm going to be heading down through here now. I'm going to hunt that face right out through there with the pine trees is where the most deer were. So let's go. Pushing upriver. I'm going to decide I'm going to hunt those deer on Australia Flat, I've nicknamed it. So down here the wind's going up and down, so I'm going to try and perch up for the evening tonight and see if we can get onto those deer. So gone 2.8 k's down the river and then decided to turn around and go back the other way. So let's go and have a look, see if we can make something happen tonight. Right, let's go. She's a little bit windy up here, and I can't quite find a campsite that I'm really happy with without getting blown away. I'll show you where I am, right on the top. Have a look at this. There you go. can actually see a little hut. There's a little hut down there on the private land, which is on the other end of the Taranganui. If you look right out where that cloud base is, you can actually see out to the farmland as well. So it's 12 o'clock. I'm going to glass these lower areas. You just never know what could walk out. I'm not too keen to camp up here. She's pretty feral. And yeah, but we're right in above where I saw those deer last night. Sort of central. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going to camp yet. So I'll probably camp on my back till very last light, and just see where the deer take us. That's what they love, the whitey wood. You can see everything. They must stand on their hind legs for it, the deer. But that's what they love to eat up here. That whitey wood, they can't resist it, and it's everywhere through here. So it's all been browsed as well. Yeah. So right where I am, right where I'm camped, there's actually quite a bit of sign through here. Thought so. So, okay, scrubby, but kind of heavy, so it's a really good spot here, guys. I just dropped my camp gear, and there's actually wallows and a bit of water up there, right by my camp as well, so it's a pretty old little spot. This is exactly where that deer walked that I saw this morning, so I'm going to try and get into position about 50 metres down the hill here. And then we're just going to wait out and see what happens. I'm in my posse now. It's pretty good. Can't see quite as much as I wanted to be able to see, but right where that hind walked out last night, I'll spin you around and show you. It's just right on the face, about 80 metres from me. Right over there. So I've set up here. I can see down this lane as well. So there's a very slim chance, I think, that a deer will walk out here tonight. It's just too windy. You can put the rifle on this stick here and shoot down this lane down through into there. Back at camp now. The wind is absolutely gunning it. It's pretty bad, but I did not pick up any deer tonight. Just too windy. So I've had some dinner. Kind of hunkered down for the night. Be travelling back home tomorrow morning, so I'm going to get up fairly early and see if I can make another morning hunt happen. Mate, I just came back from running around outside with the rifle, actually listening to a sermon, and I could just kept hearing this really funny grunting noise. I thought it was the wind on the guy lines, but it kept going for about 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden I just clicked. It was a pig, and it had come right in to where my tent is. But as soon as I opened the door, it just squealed and just took off. Like I think it was, well, I don't know. So I grabbed the gun. Started running around in my socks and undies. But nah, he was gone. Yeah. So back in the sack now. So no, I don't think he'll come back tonight. That was pretty cool though. It was pretty cool. Morning, guys. That was a wild night last night. I actually slept pretty good though. Can't complain. The wind was forecasted to get to 20, maybe 30 kilometres an hour, but I reckon last night it was like 80, maybe 100. It just, a little tent held up though. Camped on a main sort of game trail. I'll show you. And I reckon that There's pig print right to here. I reckon that pig was probably 15 metres last night from my campsite. But the reason why I think he came in, oh yeah, see there's some fresh pig rooting right there. They're wallows. There's another one. I did glass all these faces down below me this morning, but deer do not like the wind, so there was just nothing out. So I'll push over to that other face after breakfast, see if there's something sub 400 yards, but it's all kind of backed out the tent, and get moving. Right, I've just come out to this lookout here, and there's 2 deer across the opposite face. They're at 570 yards, and I know there's an open face that I can probably get to within about 350 of them, so I'm going to push down through the bush before they get out of the open. So let's go. Okay, 354. Good to go. So yeah, check the footage on the spotting scope, and that projectile went bang on in the right place. So really confident she's run down, which is quite handy. And hasn't come out of quite a thick patch of bush she's landed in. So yeah, really good. Works good. 180 grain ELD match out of the 284 Winchester. Strikes again. Puppy's travelling at 2,000, just about 2,800 feet per second. So she was just feeding out on that face over there with 2 other deer. I've got a long walk back to the car at the Sutherland's car park. To be honest, like the Aorangi's kind of stumped me a little bit. For some reason, the 2 times I came in here in August, I just didn't see anything. Whereas this time I've seen 15 deer and 4 pigs. So I guess the difference between August and October, they're actually feeding out. So I think I'm right on the location where she was. It's always so hard when you get over the side of the hill. But I remember there was a little track thing or a flat area that ran through right next to where she was standing like this. Oh, I forget the name of these, Lance Woods, in the footage as well. And it looks like we've got tracks running down through here, and they go straight down the hill. She ran straight down. So cool, guys. There she is. She's exactly what I wanted to shoot. So she's in fantastic condition, not in fawn as well. She's in really good nick for just coming out of winter. So, but I mean, look at where they are. The feed in here is just endless, and they're on exactly what they like to be on as well. They're on grass, broadleaf, whitey wood. So yeah, I'll probably finish it up here. I've got a long way. Yeah, I think, what have I done today on foot? Done 3.4 Ks today already. Yesterday I did 14, and the day before I did 14 as well. So I know I walked past a lot of deer, but I really wanted to get in the real back blocks of the Aorangis to get a sense of what it really is out like here, because I know the Ruakok area just gets absolutely hammered with thermals and all of that sort of stuff. So just really wanted to do some exploring, mark out a few campsites, and spend 3 days really learning the Aorangis a little bit better. And I've seen 16 deer, at least 4 pigs,
plus piglets. So there's a lot of animals out here, guys. There's a lot of animals. Yeah, could be a good place to hunt the raw. I'll bone this girl out. I'm just going to take the premium cuts of meat off the back legs and the back straps. And I will see you guys on the barbecue back at home. I really want to secure a young animal in really good condition, a backstrap dish. I've got the Taranganui River, the wire crossing to do, and then walk ride back out to the Sutherland car park.
Well, I saw a side of the Aorangis that I've not seen before and thoroughly enjoyed this 3 days in the bush. It's a pretty cruisy spot that holds good deer numbers, and I definitely think I'll be coming back into this area. So tune in next time. At the start of the video I'm going to do a catch and cook with this hind that I've taken out of the beautiful Aorangi Forest Park.